Hey guys, on today's video we're going to discuss how to find your happy when you deal with depression and anxiety. And if you stick around with me to the end, I'm going to share with you a list that I read to myself every morning that reminds me of what it is that I have to be happy about that day. So that and more coming up next. Welcome. If this is your first time joining me, my name is Tom Fulks, and this is my channel Moving Forward with Tom. On this channel, we discuss not only what it feels like to live with depression and anxiety every day, but also ways to find hope and ways to move past those feelings that come along with depression and anxiety. If you would, I would love you to join me on this journey by hitting the subscribe button. And when you do, turn on notifications, which is the little bell that will notify you every time that I upload a new video. And if you would, I would love a comment so that you interact with me during this, and give us a thumbs up button. Every time that you do that, it lets YouTube know that it's interesting content, and that way they will share it with others. So let's get into it, and I'm glad you're here. You know, one of the things that I think about a lot is that we have habits that we form over the years in our life. These habits isn't something else that someone created for us, it's something that we've created. So if we wake up and our habit is to get up and think about yesterday and what's gone on and what all went wrong, and we pick up our phone and start scrolling through Facebook and we start thinking, man, I put a post on Facebook yesterday and only 10 people liked it, and Fred over here put a post on 100 people liked it. If things like that are causing you anxiety, don't you think it might be a good idea to just quit doing it? But we don't. We continually do things that feed into our anxiety and depression, and that's what we need to get away from. Our habits are formed by things that we do every day, and it almost becomes routine because they're habits. So what I want to talk about in today's video is how we can change our habits so that we can move forward and grow and live a happier life. One of the things that we can do to change our negative habits that I do is I write down what things I have to be happy about. And that's what I'd like you to do. Take out a pen and pad and write down, even if it's just one thing, because I know when you're depressed and when you're suffering from anxiety, that sometimes it's hard to come up with even one reason that you want to be happy. But add to that list. And on this list, I want you to put real things in your life that make you happy. Because I've got 10 that I'm going to share with you at the end of this video that I read every morning. And it helps me. It helps get my mind right. Our mindset, we control that. We control our mindset. We got to create better daily habits so that it becomes our new routine rather than the routine that got us where we are to where we're down and don't feel well and are stressed throughout the day. Because if you wake up and you're stressed and your shoulders are tense and your mind's thinking, oh God, I got to take something for my headache because I've already got a headache and I just woke up. Well, it's because you thought about things all night long and you won't let them go. And I'm hoping that in this video we talk about ways that we can overcome that so that we can live a happier and better life. One thing that I do every morning when I do get up is I make sure that I get up. Because when you're battling with depression and anxiety, sometimes that's the hardest step to take, is just getting up out of bed. But when you do, one good thing that you need to do is you need to get up and you need to make your bed, take a shower, dress, but dress like you're going somewhere, even if you're staying at home. Right now, we're under a stay-at-home order because of the pandemic that's global, and a lot of people are, I see posts on Facebook where, you know, are we supposed to take a shower today? Yeah, you are. But in all seriousness, when you're depressed and you suffer from anxiety, it's hard sometimes to even motivate yourself to get up and take a shower. So I want you to use that to get up, do something, but also dress like you're going somewhere even if you're not. One of the things that I do, and I'll share it later in my list, but I try to get up and I try to spend at least 30 minutes in the morning by myself and gather my thoughts for the day and feed my mind with positive thoughts. Because when we feed our mind with negative thoughts first thing in the morning, guess what? We carry it all day long with us. So make your morning routine what you want the rest of your day to look like. So I spend time, I meditate, I pray, I spend time talking to God about how I feel. And whether you're a Christian or not, spend time with yourself and meditate and do something that makes you feel good about yourself. Give yourself some positive thoughts to start the day. And one thing you're going to have to remember is that life still happens. That day is not going to be perfect. And that used to be a big problem of mine, that if one thing happened during the day that was a negative thing that impacted me, it threw off my entire day. And that's just because of anxiety. We've got to get to the point in our life to where our habits that we form are so well adapted toward the positive that when things happen out of the blue, which they're going to, they don't knock us down further in a hole. So we've got to already be out of the hole in the morning when we wake up. And we also have to do the same thing when we go to bed. The list that I'm going to share with you that I read it in the morning when I get up, but also read it before I go to bed. So it's the last thing that I'm thinking about when I go to bed. Because if you go to bed with things on your mind that went wrong that day, you're going to think about it in your subconscious mind. You're going to have crazy dreams, and then you're going to wake up frustrated. And that's why you wake up with a headache and just think, oh my God, I didn't get any rest. Well, you probably didn't. I've been there. I get it. Just remember that you and you alone control what's fed into your mind. Because we can block out negative things. If scrolling through Facebook is stressing you out, stop doing it. If talking to certain friends or family members is stressing you out, back off, give yourself a break from it. Your mental state of mind is worth more than anything, because it creates problems in your relationships with others that love you, and it also creates health problems. I got to a point in my life to where I was having chest pains and everything else going. I thought I was going to have a heart attack, and it was just anxiety. Anxiety can be a killer, and I want to feed myself with positive things so that I can live a happier life and not have to fake that smile when I go somewhere. So I'm going to go ahead and share that list with you right now. This isn't going to be a super long video, but I just want you to remember to make yourself a list, read it in the morning, read it in the evening, and start your day and end your day on a positive note. And as promised, here's my list that I read to myself every morning. And there it is right there. I'm going to show it to you, but then I'm going to also read it to you. My reasons to be happy today. Number one, my beautiful wife that is loving and caring. My awesome children that God's blessed me with. My precious grandbabies. Having parents that are always in my corner. Having an awesome brother and sister. My true ride or die friends. God's grace to give me just another day. I get to do this. I get to work on moving forward with Tom so that other people will know about what it's like to live with depression and anxiety. And also a reminder that today is a new day. Every day is a new day. And the last thing I read, it's a Bible verse that means more to me than anything, and it's Philippians 4:13 that says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And that's my list that I use every morning to motivate myself to have a good day. And I would love you to take this journey with me so that you can grow and you can help yourself to overcome your depression and anxiety, and we can do this together. So once again, I'm going to ask you, hit that subscribe button. Take this journey with me. Turn on the bell notification just by touching it until it has a vibration symbol. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, because that lets YouTube know that it was good content and they're going to recommend it to someone else. And also, if you would, leave me a comment of something maybe that you do to give yourself a positive note, because that's what this is a community, and other people can see your comments. So share something in the comments today to let me know what's one thing that you're thankful for. Just do that for me. So until next time, just keep moving forward.